Yes, thank you, Elaine. And it's great to share our learnings with you about the gamer and when they're playing these games. But really, what everybody wants to know is how can you find success with in-casual gaming audio? And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today, Jessica Forcier, president of Radio Robot. Radio Robot is a boutique advertising agency managing a collection of legacy direct-to-client brands as well as top-tiered apps. Jessica leads the charge into new media and audio opportunities on behalf of her clients for Radio Robot. She's been a longtime DAX partner, and she's graciously agreed to share her secrets of success with us today and to highlight the power of in-game audio and the key details for activating a successful audio campaign in the emerging casual gaming space. It is my pleasure to turn the stage over to Jessica. Thank you.
Thanks, John. As mentioned, I've been working with DAX now for over a year, specifically in casual gaming, and it's been pretty exciting. As advertisers and agencies, we're always looking for new ways to diversify and stay nimble and, of course, unlock new revenue streams. With casual gaming, for me, it was very easy to get started, and there was two main reasons. So one was the low barrier to entry. I didn't have to spend a lot of money to get in and start to see response. And the second one was really big as well, is being able to take the current creative that I was running, the control, and other digital mediums, and be able to run that on gaming to start. So I eliminated that testing variable right off the bat. I didn't have to come up with assets that I didn't have or start slicing and dicing creatives into different lengths that weren't tested. So that alone was very, very big in me getting started and getting going easily into casual gaming. Now, from there, of course, we want to set this up right to start. And being direct response, I wanted to make sure that we tagged everything. So my preferred vendor is Claritas. So we worked very closely with DAX and the publishers to tag everything and have everything set up. So ultimately, by the end of this, I wanted to make sure that the data that was coming through, I wasn't cannibalizing other campaigns. I wasn't taking orders from OTT or other offline or online areas. So with the media tagging, it not only allowed me to optimize on the media, but as well, I was able to really definitively with certainty say that the orders that I was seeing coming through from casual gaming were incremental. So it really was a true new revenue stream. And then that's when things really started to get going. So I do have to caveat and say that from the graph below, you'll see it was a little bit of a slow start. And I think that's just because we really needed to give it 4 to 6 weeks. So if you're going to get ready to get going in casual gaming, I think you need to give it time. Generally, as a buyer, I think I probably wouldn't have given it maybe 6 weeks, but it wasn't until that 5 to 6 week mark. And it was profitable, don't get me wrong, before that, but at that mark, things really started to take off. And so you'll see from the graph below that as we increased frequency, things just started to really double exponentially. So we started in late August for this campaign. And then you'll see in September, the spend is on the left, the site visits are on the right. So as we started to spend, we slowly started to see the response come in. And it wasn't until really that first week in October that things really took off. And you'll see that site visits outpaced our spend. And when I say site visits, think of it too, because it's direct response, conversions we're holding and orders we're holding as well, comparatively to our other digital channels. So, so think of this in terms of ROI as well. So, so as October we ramped, we leaned in a little bit in November, it started to pick up, doubled spend in December, doubled again in January. So from the beginning of the campaign to the end of the campaign of this start here, or the end of this in January, we had over a 5,000% increase. So we carried this through the beginning of the quarter. We're still on with casual gaming with this client. And I have to say that this client specifically was historically a slower Q4 ramp down and then peak in Q1. So the fact that we were able to outpace their historical and then continue to grow month over month over and over, it really showed that we were reaching other channels, other people in different channels here with casual gaming that we weren't covering before. And so this really unlocked a completely new revenue stream for this client, and it continues to now. So if you're interested or even just on the fence about casual gaming, I highly recommend you try it. DAX is the expert here and can help guide you through the process just like they did for me. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Jessica. We really appreciate you sharing your knowledge and what you learned. So, kind of in summary here, as we wrap up, let's take a look at this, right? So, we know that it's hundreds of millions of people playing casual games for billions of hours a week. We know that you can reach them when other channels are shut out to talking to them. And it's easy to get in and find success, right? What you need is you utilize assets that you're already using in the audio space. You make sure you give yourself enough time to ramp up and find success. And you can tag this just like you can tag any other digital audio. So easy to get in, easy to find success, and it's a lot of people. So why would you not try casual gaming? We want to thank everybody for their time today. Please feel free to reach out to myself or any of your other DAX partners to discuss more about how you can find success in casual gaming today. Thank you.